So far as like your creative standpoint,
Mhm.
do you still enjoy like being as creative, or because of course you're the person in charge, like
Yeah.
whether it's just your project, your team, stuff like that. Does that creative that still like drive you like to the point where like, yo, I really need this to be correct because what I saw in my mind, what I saw in my vision, I
Yeah.
need this like in real life type thing.
Yeah. I think that when I still have creative things that I do outside of work to help me keep going. Example, this right here. I'm just shooting on this joint the entire summer. I'm gonna shoot on it the entire summer. I put out a reel actually today of me going to this party and like taking photos, and I just like made this reel, kind of creating this recap of this party. Like I'm just gonna do that all summer just to keep that creative muscle moving. But from a work standpoint, I one thing about my background is allow me to be in different rooms all the time. So I can go sit in a creative room, data analytics, strategy. And so when I sit in the creative room, I have learned how to not only empower the creatives that are there, the designers and art directors and copywriters, but also I can jump in and be like, yeah, what about this? What about like, and even learn how to do one-on-ones with them. And like, I don't do it in a group setting, but I'll talk to them one-on-one on the side and just be like, yo, I really like this idea. Let's craft it just this way or turn it just a little bit. And that's going to hit us with the client. Like that's going to make the client love it. Because remember, I got to have the client hat on too, because it's got to go in front of them. You know what I mean?
Do you have, I guess, like a project that you want to work on that, or like a company that you would love to work with, just that's based off like the print? Like, of course, like I keep saying, like you got your own thing going on, and of course you can do whatever you want to, as far as the budget allows or stuff like that. But like, is there like an actual like company that like, yo, or like even an artist or anything like that you would just love to work with? Like, yo, I would love to get this person in a room for like 10 minutes, get all my ideas out, they fuck with it, and then we just get the ball rolling. Like, do you have a person or like a project or something like that?
Yeah, man, I'm gonna run off a few. Like my first one is And1. I think that there's a place that And1 can really be back in the scene from the street ball kind of like. There's the NBA, and then there's this other level. You have the Drew League, you have Ball is Life, you have Overtime League. You got all these people. They're all babies of And1. I don't care what you say. Everybody's a baby of And1, except the Drew League. Drew League's been around since the 70s, but the popularity of the Drew League has grown so much because since the lockout. But before the lockout, those same players would go play in And1. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Like. Yeah. So that's one that's like, yo, if they call and they just need something like ready to go right now, like we call Headache, AO, everybody, we can pull up.
Escalade back out here.
No, wait, Escalade passed away. Did he pass away?
I don't know.
I
couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you.
But anyways, yeah, if not, like, you know what I'm saying? Like making it really lit in that way. Then from other brands, or when I think about also artists, like I would go after, or not artists, but like athletes. So I'm going after Dame Lillard. He's very diverse, not only on the court, but off the court. You got music, you got style, you got the look, you got the chain, you got the logo Lillard. Like it's so much you can do from a experience standpoint. I would go crazy there. Tech wise, I would love to make something definitely happen with like a Robinhood financial tech. So a Robinhood or an Afterpay or Klarna, like all these brands that are creating accessibility to every community, right? Like
that's dope. Yeah.
5 years ago, 7 years ago, did we know about stocks? It was so far away. Like, man,
we knew about it, but they weren't as accessible as they are to now. Like, you have to, like, however many years ago, like, you actually have to pick up a newspaper or find whatever website that actually has all the stocks, and you still wouldn't know, like, what the hell is a NASDAQ? Nobody fucking knew. It's just going up. You want to be a part of it.
Not only that, you have to find somebody too.
You have to find somebody to put the stock money in for you.
And then you look at, all right, after you do that part, now there's the there's a couple firms like you can go to Fidelity and all that, but like it sounds intimidating. It's like, yo, what's going on in there? But then Robinhood come through with the app joint, and you like, yo, I can buy right now, and like I guarantee you, we're gonna look up in 5 years and be like, there were some millionaires created definitely through the pandemic, but based off this app. Now, some people feel like Robinhood isn't this or that, but I think that it's created ability for people to get financially literate and but also have access and understand. And I got my alerts on, and I know when it start going up and when it's down, and I'm reading a little bit more just to get my understanding. And I say Afterpay and Klarna because it is your new version of payments. And imagine that like there's layaway. And we're not, our community knows about like we buy stuff, we can't afford it, boom, boom, boom. And we got to pay. But now I can get it. It's digital. I'm not getting interest. They're going to take the money regardless, but I may not have 100 today, but I got 25 to go get this fit for the trip or whatever, or my kid needs something or whatever it is. But Klarna and Afterpay, even though they're competitors, have created accessibility and access for people, for everybody. They level the playing field. And that's what I'm about. And my heart is like, you know, like working on things that level the playing field for everybody. Ain't no barriers no more. You know, you know what I'm saying? Like
everything is open. That's the crazy part. That's the crazy part about the internet. Like everything is open. Like if you can't find out what it's about on the internet, then you probably shouldn't know, because at this point, like it's too open and it's too much research already done. You're not the first person to think of this. So somebody has done the research already. Somebody has wrote an article. Somebody has done a YouTube video. Somebody has done something about the specific thing that you're looking for. So it's no way in hell that you shouldn't be informed on it.
That's true. Yeah.
On Mondays, I go to I watch Market Mondays with Earn Your Leisure and this group called Earn Your Leisure, and like where they make understanding finances and stocks and paying attention to the market so like not lit, but like so understandable that you just get drawn in. You like, bro, I ain't know nothing about the Apple stock split, but now I do. Like, you know, just like stuff that I would have skimmed over or ignored or didn't have an understanding, or, you know, the generation before us, like our parents, like I speak for my parents, like they did what they were supposed to, but then now it's time for me to be like, bro, we don't need a stigma on credit cards. Like I don't fear them. I use them respectfully. Like they can get you in trouble, but I use it from a respectful standpoint. Like, so it's just that kind of stuff. Like, and so when I see the brands have that impact and that's their mission in some kind of capacity, even though that's not what they're saying, it is what they're saying. That's who I want to bring in and work with. So that was some brands and an artist or a celebrity that I would work with.
Yeah, that's dope. I ain't gonna lie. I need to be the face of PayPal and folk, because I've been telling everybody about PayPal and folk. Malcolm already know I was the first one. I condone PayPal and folk. They say, "Oh, you ain't got it right now? Oh, you got $90? All right, bet. Put it down."
Yeah, that's his new religion.
I'm the PayPal king around here. I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't got everything on PayPal and folk. If it don't say PayPal and folk, like, well, I just can't get it this time.
Not for me.
That's it.